Hey everybody, Grady here, and I've got a treat today for all of you. I went to Gen Con a couple weeks ago, and I have a video of some of that, so I'll probably upload that at some point. But I went to Gen Con and I had way too much money, apparently, because I bought the Dr. Manhattan abs. The whole thing. And this is the box for it. This is the whole Dr. Manhattan Colossal figure. Dr. Manhattan Colossal figure. Picture of the figure, because I don't know, I guess for scaling reasons before you buy it. There's the comedian from the Watchmen collector set, which kind of upset me that they weren't selling it there. Contents, information. I think that's actually background information, and this is information on the actual figure. And then his face on the side. So that's the box. And here's the figure. And he's about 16 or 17 inches tall. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of funny because they didn't even put the picture on the front as they did with the figure. They reversed the arms for some reason. But it's pretty detailed, but it's basically an action figure, so it should be. There's, not a whole lot to talk about. He's just a guy. He's just a big blue dude. But here's his character card, and it's a double-page character card. And for some reason, they decided to devote an entire card panel to just a picture of him, because he's not right there when you're playing with him. He has a trait when he's used as part of a force. He can use multi-attack. And I'll just get to the white boxes as I come to them. And here is his scenario card, which is almost as tall as he is. So that's a lot of scenario to cover. He's got, I'm not going to go over it all. You guys are going to have to find it online, find a PDF or something. He's just got the regular Colossal immunities to all those powers, like poison and psychic blast and stuff like that, mind control. Can't be outwitted. His powers can't be countered. If you try to perplex him, you roll a d6, and on 4, 5, or 6, he ignores the perplex. But if you play him as part of a force, he gets the Watchman team ability. And the Watchman team ability is his combat values can't be modified by opposing characters, so you can't perplex him or anything like that. But as part of a force, he can be outwitted. So, and then we'll just get right into the dial, into the clicks. For some reason, they decided not to color code them correctly. I don't know why. One is 1971, May 6th, and it's yellow. That is actually the veteran dial. Then this one is September 15th, 1977, that's the experienced. And November 22nd, 1960 is the rookie. Like I said, don't know why they didn't just color code them correctly. And of course, if you pay, he's 6, 12, and 1,800 points. And you guys know how Colossals work. If you pay 18, you get to use all 3. 12, you just get to use these 2. 6, you just use the 1. But if in a scenario, if you're going to play 600, you still use all 3 dials. But on this click, and you probably won't be able to see it because the yellow lines on clicks are always really hard to see, but it's right there. You would just start out on that yellow line on all 3 dials. And the reason for that is, whenever you attack him, and he attacks back, and that's how, you guys know how scenarios work, you roll 2d6, and if it is greater than or equal to one of these numbers, that's how it determines which dial you attack off of. So if you've been whittling this click down for the past 30 turns, and he rolls right, he can attack from this fully powered click over here with Outwit and do 8 damage still instead of 7 like this one does on its last click. So, and every time he attacks, he clicks so many times. I'm not sure how many times. He turns it equal to the amount of damage he took. So, if you did 3, you'd click it 3 times. And then he gets this Leave Me Alone. And basically you get to move him to another starting zone on the map, and anyone occupying that starting zone is moved to the opposite side starting zone. And the person who did the attack gets to pick where he goes. So let's go ahead and start looking at the clicks. This first dial, he has 20 movement the whole way with phase teleport. So if you do ever play in an 1800 point game, which I have not, he's going to be able to get anywhere, but it doesn't matter because that is a 16 range. So he's going to be able to shoot anywhere anyway. And they went ahead and just decided to make him a flyer too. Don't ask me why. As a Colossal, you can carry people, and he's got phase. And, you know, as a giant, or as a Colossal, he ignores all things for movement. I guess it's in case he gets stuck in a room. It's, you know, it's 20, 15, 21, 9. His stats in that white box is Psychic Blast, and after a successful Psychic Blast, he gets to use Pulse Wave against everyone that has Flight, Giant, or Colossal symbols. Or also the Flight carrying symbol, too. You know, it stays in the same vein. He eventually gets Exploit Weakness. And then his defense power is called Atomic Disassembly. You have Invuln, and once during your turn, you may give Dr. Manhattan a free action and remove all blocking terrain markers and hindering terrain markers from the battlefield and roll a d6. On 1 through 2, destroy the nearest 3 objects. 3 through 4, the nearest area of elevated terrain becomes grounded terrain until the end of the game. 5 through 6, the nearest area of blocking terrain is destroyed. So it's just kind of odd. Then he just gets regular Invuln, and then there's that blue click. No, he doesn't drop terribly fast, but he does drop faster than, say, Galactus or Spectre. And then you see he's getting Energy Explosion. He's still got Exploit Weakness. He gets that Atomic Disassembly back, and then he's KO'd. And then you go on to the second click. And another thing that's mean about him, and I don't know about the other figures, but say you push 8 damage onto this dial, and he's on his last click. You click him once, he stops taking damage. It does not carry over to the next dial. So that was a wasted 8 damage. So, you know, he doesn't start out too much lower. I think the only difference is he has 1 less defense and 1 less damage on that dial. And then he's also got his movement white box, which is after resolving any attack made by Dr. Manhattan on a target character, place an action token on all other opposing characters adjacent to the target that have 0 action tokens. So, no attack ability. He just lost another damage and another defense, so that kind of drops fast. That's that Atomic Disassembly. Still got Outwit. He got back Impervious, which is nice. He gets Energy Shield or Energy Explosion. I really think they should have given him 3 lightning bolts, but he does have a special ability where instead of doing 1 damage, his Energy Explosion does damage equal to the number of dials he currently has left. So at max, he's doing 3 damage with his Energy Explosion. So that's a 6, 17, 16, 12, 17, 6. He's always doing decent damage. He's KO'd. I don't think he ever gets a... No, he never gets a damage white box, so I'll never have to explain that. And then we're on his last click. Like, his stats drop really fast compared to the, you know, the other behemoths of the game. You know, he really should never have 11 attack. And then he eventually gets toughness right there, and he's down to 5 damage. Which, you know, a normal fig. 16 defense there for a while, actually. Which is just stupid. 9 attack on his last 2 clicks, and then he's KO'd. So, all in all, not that overly impressive. Of course, he is a monster because he's a Colossal, but he's not that... I don't think he would be that much of a challenge. I haven't gotten the chance to face him yet. But I'm not impressed overall. Let me think. I think that's about it for Dr. Manhattan. Like I said, he's kind of a beast at the beginning, but he dwindles really fast, and I think the reason is because he has white boxes, and they tried to make him not power creep on Galactus and Spectre. So they made his stats drop faster because he has those white boxes. So a lot of people don't like him as well as Galactus or Spectre, which is kind of a shame because, well, you know, he's a nice looking figure at least. But, you know, Galactus and Spectre are cosmic beings. He's a guy who got in an accident. I mean, essentially, he was made in the same vein as the Hulk. So, but I have some other news that you all may be interested in. At HeroClicksWorld.com, they're promoting this video on the front page. So, go to a link right there and here. And then I'll put one here, too. But maybe one there. I don't know. It'll be somewhere. So just click it. Go to their site. They always have nice news about HeroClix, and then they do other news about comic book related things. They were one of the first sites that I saw that had Thor photos up. They have images of all the Clix figures from the new set, from Web of Spider-Man. They have all the dials and pictures up of the Watchmen set that comes out next week, I believe. So go there, check it out. It's good times. They're promoting me, so hopefully we'll have some new subscribers on here. So all you people from HeroClix World, click the subscribe button somewhere. I don't remember where it is. I think right there. But yeah, that's all that I've got to talk about. In 2-3 weeks, Web of Spider-Man comes out. I hope to see you guys then. Play on.